Free from all thoughts of I and mine, man finds absolute peace. Death is a show for that which is born, as birth is for that which is dead. Therefore grieve not for what is inevitable. Happiness is a state of mind and has nothing to do with the external world. Make it easy for yourself. Get organized and live in the moment. Your day-to-day activities should not steal your happiness. The happiness which comes from long practice, which leads to the end of suffering, which at first is like poison, but at last like nectar, this kind of happiness arises from the serenity of one's own mind. Self-knowledge turns to ash all actions of dualities on your mind and brings you inner peace. The key to happiness is the reduction of desires. A person can rise through the efforts of his own mind, or draw himself down, in the same manner. Because each person is his own friend or enemy. Man is made by his beliefs. As he believes, so he is. All happiness in the material world has a beginning and an end, but happiness in Krishna is unlimited, and there is no end. Through constant effort over many lifetimes, a person becomes purified of all selfish desires and attains the supreme goal of life. You grieve for those who should not be grieved for, yet you speak wise words. Neither for the dead nor those alive do the wise grieve for. Meet this transient world with neither grasping nor fear, trust the unfolding of life and you will attain true serenity. The embodied soul is eternal in existence, indestructible, and infinite, only the material body is factually perishable. Calmness, gentleness, silence, self-restraint, and purity. These are the disciplines of the mind. Causes and results, including emotional opposites, are things that come and go. This knowledge helps you endure them all. Wherever the mind wanders, restless and diffuse in its search for satisfaction without, lead it within, train it to rest in the self. There are three gates to this self-destructive hell: lust, anger, and greed. Renounce these three. To refrain from selfish acts is one kind of renunciation, called sannyasa. To renounce the fruit of action is another, called tyaga. Some people spread happiness wherever they go, others create happiness wherever they go. There is neither this world nor the world beyond nor happiness for the one who doubts. Death is no more traumatic than taking off an old coat. Perform all work carefully, guided by compassion. Be aware of me always, adore me, make every act an offering to me, and you shall come to me. This I promise, for you are dear to me. Those established in self-realization control their senses instead of letting their senses control them. It is better to live your own destiny imperfectly than to live in imitation of somebody else's life with perfection. When consciousness is unified, however, all vain anxiety is left behind. There is no cause for worry, whether things go well or ill. No one who does good work will ever come to a bad end, either here or in the world to come. There is neither this world, nor the world beyond, nor happiness for the one who doubts. When meditation is mastered, the mind is unwavering like the flame of a lamp in a windless place. The soul is neither born nor does it die. Change is the law of the universe. You can be a millionaire or a pauper in an instant. Earth, water, fire, air, akasha, mind, intellect, and ego. These are the 8 divisions of my Prakriti. Cultivate vigor, patience, will, purity, avoid malice and pride. Those who are tamasak draw their pleasures from sleep, indolence, and intoxication. Both in the beginning and in the end, this happiness is a delusion. The person is the same, he is simply experiencing the play of the gunas. As long as he identifies with his body and mind, he is at the mercy of this play. When your mind has overcome the confusion of duality, you will attain the state of holy indifference to things you hear and things you have heard. The struggle for self-mastery that every human being must wage if he or she is to emerge from life victorious. Be fearless and pure. Never waver in your determination or your dedication to the spiritual life. Give freely. Be self-controlled, sincere, truthful, loving, and full of the desire to serve. His judgment will be better and his vision clear if he is not emotionally entangled in the outcome of what he does. Actions do not cling to me because I am not attached to their results. Those who understand this and practice it live in freedom. But those who worship me with devotion, meditating on my transcendental form, to them I carry what they lack and preserve what they have. A man must elevate himself by his own mind, not degrade himself. The mind is the friend of the conditioned soul, and his enemy as well. Even if you are considered to be the most sinful of all sinners, when you are situated in the boat of transcendental knowledge, you will be able to cross over the ocean of miseries. Therefore, without being attached to the fruits of activities, one should act as a matter of duty, for by working without attachment, one attains the supreme. Perform your prescribed duty, for action is better than inaction. A man cannot even maintain his physical body without work. The soul is neither born, it never dies, having come into being once, it never ceases to be. He who has conquered his senses is a man of steady mind. He is the wisest man. The mind is restless, turbulent, difficult to control. But by constant practice and detachment, it can be brought under control. Those who are motivated only by desire for the fruits of action are miserable, for they are constantly anxious about the results of what they do. Renounce your inner dependence on results, and stay unmoved in attention. Actions and results can't distress you then. Perform your compulsory duty, because action is indeed better than inaction. There is neither self-knowledge nor self-perception to those whose senses are not under control. A man's own self is his friend. A man's own self is his enemy. The wise man lets go of all results, whether good or bad, and is focused on the action alone. Do not be attached to the fruits of your actions. They live in wisdom who see themselves in all and all in them. The senses are higher than the body, the mind higher than the senses. Above the mind is the intellect, and above the intellect is the Atman. Do your work with the welfare of others always in mind. You have the right to work, but never to the fruit of the work. Do not worry about the future. Do not regret the past. Be content with what you have. Do not be afraid of anything. Stay away from bad things. Soul is immortal. Perform your obligatory duty, because action is indeed better than inaction. Set thy heart upon thy work, but never on its reward. One who is unattached to the fruits of his work and who works as he is obligated is in the renounced order of life. There is neither this world, nor the world beyond, nor happiness for the one who doubts. When meditation is mastered, the mind is unwavering like the flame of a lamp in a windless place. A person can rise through the efforts of his own mind, or draw himself down, in the same manner. Because each person is his own friend or enemy. Fear not what is not real, never was and never will be. What is real, always was and cannot be destroyed. There is neither this world, nor the world beyond, nor happiness for the one who doubts.